Right. Good morning, boys and girls. How are you all today? That's good. I'm doing very well, thank you. I am Miss Aylward, and today I'm going to be teaching you a lesson about occupations. What is an occupation? Who knows? Can I see some hands? Yes, that's right. An occupation is a job. So like your mom and dads have occupations, they have a job. That is what an occupation is. You all know an occupation because it's been the theme of the week. That is why you've all been coming to school and your show and tell of which occupation or which job you would like to do when you are grown up. Looking at the screen, who can tell me what occupation we are going to be learning about today? Firefighters. That's right. The job is called a firefighter. Now, looking at the screen, you can see a whole lot of firefighters. This is called a fire brigade. What do firefighters do? Can I see some more hands? Yes, they fight fires, but what else do they do when they're not fighting fires? What do you think they're doing when they're waiting for a fire, when there isn't a fire in progress? What do they do? Have a look at the screen. They are washing their fire trucks. Maybe after a fire, there's a lot of black soot and smoke or mud that are on their fire trucks that they need to keep them squeaky clean so that they do not get rusted and stay too dirty. You can have a look on the driveway in front of the fire trucks. They've got all their equipment, and looking at the floor, it looks a bit wet. So it looks like they've probably hosed down their equipment as well. Firefighters also need to stay very fit and strong and healthy. So looking at these photos, you can see some firefighters doing some push-ups, get their arms nice and strong. They're carrying, if you look on the photo of him carrying something over his shoulder, what do you think that could be? Anyone have any ideas? I can tell you, it's the fire hose. We'll learn about that in a minute. But it is a very heavy piece of equipment. All their equipment's actually very heavy. So they need to train with it on. So if you look on the other man with his mask and helmet and all his gear on, and he's on a treadmill, he's getting ready and getting fit should he need to carry that and run or walk for a long time while he's on duty. So they need to keep fit. Here is a picture of a firefighting equipment broken down. So you can see the man standing there. He's wearing all of his equipment. They've got very heavy steel-toed boots, a mask to prevent them from inhaling smoke. They've got gloves, very thick gloves. Why do you think they need thick gloves and thick like jerseys and long pants? Why do you think they need to be very, very thick and protective? So that they don't get burnt. Yes, they are dealing with fire. That is their occupation, their job. They need to make sure that they can protect themselves. Here's a more breakdown of the firemen wearing their equipment. Why do you think that there is an axe and tools hanging there by his leg? What do you think that could possibly be for? They could chop down trees, yes, but what else? What if there's a fire inside a building and there's someone stuck inside? How do you think they're going to get to them if the door's locked and they don't have the key? They're going to need to break it down. So they've got all their protective gear on along with these tools so that should they need to do something along those lines, that they'll stay protected. Then the firefighters need to make sure that their equipment is all ready and waiting for them should they need to go and see to a fire. So all the equipment gets laid out one on top of another. They've got the hat, they can pick it up and put it on their head. They can pick up their shirt, put it over them, pull up their pants, put on their boots, and they're out of there in a very big shot. So everything is laid out, organized in their lockers. Then we've got our fire hose, which I explained earlier was very, very heavy. You can see that there's about 3 or 4 people there that are all holding the hose at once because it's just that heavy, especially when the water comes out with strong force. Who knows what this is? A fire extinguisher. That's right. Can you look around the classroom? Do we have a fire extinguisher? Yes, there it is by the door. Why do you think it's by the door? Anyone know? Let me tell you, if there's a fire and we all need to evacuate, we are going to run out the door. And then our teacher or another adult can get the fire extinguisher and make sure that they can put out any small fires that might be in our way and obstructing us from getting somewhere safe. What do you think is inside a fire extinguisher? No, it's not water. It is a foam-like substance. So a little bit like shaving foam. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to come around your desk and I'm going to give you some shaving foam. Let me squirt it on some of your desks. And what you can do is then you can rub it in a little area, no bigger than the size of your hand. So if you wouldn't be able to do a handprint in the shaving foam, okay? Okay, once everyone has got some, you're going to spread it all out, no bigger than your hand. Okay, remember my hand's a little bit bigger than yours. Okay, and then you're going to draw a fireman thread. So we're going to draw the letter that we learnt about in the beginning of this week. So remember the rhyme, you give him a hat and down you go, a stroke across the middle, and that's the you know. Okay, so let me come around and have a look at some of your fireman threads. Okay, you can give your hands a wipe on the towel that you have or a tissue. I say towel because I've got a towel here. Okay, just getting that off my hands. Right, once you've done your fireman threads, your sound, let me come and have a look. Okay, my hands are all clean, and we can carry on with our lesson. Right, let me have a look at all your firemen. Okay, well done, everybody. You can give your desk a wipe, or you can just leave it on the side there, and we'll clean it up in a minute. What we're going to do now, okay, so we've done the fire extinguisher. Oh, do you know where you would find fire extinguishers if you're not at school, if you're not in your classroom? I'm sure you've seen some of these signs lying around, or at the shopping center, or in the malls. You see these are fire extinguishers or fire hoses and exit signs to show you where you need to go should there be an emergency. Right, what color are fire engines? Red? That's not wrong. What color are they here in South Africa? Yellow. That's right. Why are they yellow? Anyone know? They are yellow. It's called a safety yellow. It's very bright and it can be seen at night or during misty mornings or misty afternoons. It is a bright, bright yellow called safety yellow, like this picture. Okay. Right, what we're going to do now is we are going to do our fire engine activity. So on your desk, let me show you what the activity is going to look like when you're done. So all the little pieces you have on your desk that are handed out before the lesson that you've had so well not touched. Very good listening. You are going to follow my instructions and we're going to go step by step and make ourselves a fire engine. Okay, so this is what's going to look like. So on your table, you have a piece of paper that looks like, well, it's a blank piece of paper. You're going to turn it over. It looks like this. You're going to cut out the fire engine. And you're going to color it in either red or yellow, whichever one you would decide. Both are correct until it looks like this and colored in. Once we have finished coloring in, we are going to work together to practice our shading with yellow, orange, and red paint. We're going to blend it all together like I know you have done before with previous art lessons, but we're going to go through it all step by step so no one is left behind. You're going to stick your fire engine on with your wheels. Then I'm going to hand out to you some blue tissue paper, which will represent our water, some red wool to represent our fire hose, and then you've all got a little fireman that you can pretend is you, and you can color it in like you're putting out the fire on our very fast fire engine. Okay, boys and girls, so now that we are ready to start our lesson, you can get out your scissors, your glue, and we can get started.